Hi, if you've come out of your house lately, you might have heard about e-cigarettes, or e-cigs as most people call them. Not familiar? What about vape? Well, whatever you want to call them, they are one and the same. And this video will include a few things that you need to know about e-cigarettes. That is, as far as what research has found. So, e-cigs, they're the talk of the town. It is said to be an alternative to the traditional cigarettes and possibly the answer to smoking cessation. Why? Well, first of all, they resemble the traditional cigarette stick, although new products designed it to resemble a pen or a USB stick. Newer devices include those with mods or tanks and maybe digital. That is, the person can set the temperature at which the atomizer can vaporize the e-liquid and control how much vapor comes out in one puff. Too soon? Fine, let's first go to the basics.
Okay, so electronic cigarettes / electronic nicotine delivery system / vape are handheld battery devices used to vaporize a flavored liquid. These e-juice, or the vape itself, comes from the variety of flavors made to taste like actual food once you inhale it. From strawberry to wintermelon to Fruit Loops, Oreo, blueberry cheesecake, and a lot more. Sound tasty, right?
Cigarettes is patented in 1963 and its modern version is invented in 2003 by a Chinese pharmacist, Hanli. Most of the cigarettes is made in China. The act of using these devices is called vaping, and its users is commonly called vapers.
The typical e-cigarette contains the following. First, the battery. It is the main component and the most critical part of the e-cigarette. A sensor activates when a user begins inhaling or pushes a button. This sensor, known as the smart chip microprocessor, signals the device to turn on and sends a charge to the atomizer inside the cartridge.
Next is the atomizer. This is responsible for vaporizing the e-liquid. It reacts to the signal sent by the battery. It is disposable because they have the tendency to not last very long. They are built in a cartridge, which is screwed onto one end of the battery, and the other end contains the silicone mouthpiece where a person puffs on.
Okay, so now I know its parts. But how does it work?
So basically, the user inhales through its mouthpiece. The airflow triggers a sensor that switches on the atomizer, which then vaporizes liquid nicotine. The puff of hot gas reaches the user's lungs, just like tobacco smoke. As the user exhales, a cloud of vapor dissipates.
Wait, nicotine? You didn't mention anything about nicotine previously.
Liquid e-juices that you also love to inhale actually contains a nicotine, a chemical that is highly addictive. In addition to this, a recent study published from the New England Journal of Medicine states that the chemical used in e-cigarettes when vaporized in a high enough voltage actually produces a formaldehyde, a strong smelling gas that can cause cancer. Other brands also include diacetyl in their products to give it a viscous scratchy taste. But these chemicals also happen to be a very well-known harmful chemicals that can cause lung disease, which is called popcorn lung.
Aside from this, there are other health risks and safety concerns regarding the controversial breakthrough of the e-cigarettes. First off is its quality control. This means it may be possible for us to know exactly what they are consuming. Another hazard here is the potential of the device to spontaneously explode while in use.
In Canada, a 16-year-old vapor suffered horrifying injuries after an e-cigarette exploded in his mouth, including first-degree burns, broken teeth, and burned skin. Other cases include a 26-year-old man who suffered severe burns after an e-cigarette battery exploded in his pocket.
Teens or adults, no one is safe when it comes to the dangers of these devices, especially if the user does not have enough knowledge about it.
But how did things come into the picture?
If Even prior to the emergence of e-cigarettes, numbers of teens have already been considered as smokers of conventional cigarettes. But ever since e-cigs have been made available to the public, statistics rose to have a significant amount, most of which are attributed to a high school student. Even elementary students nowadays also possess their own e-cigarettes.
Although only those who are 18 and above are legally allowed to purchase them, some minors are still able to acquire e-cigarettes due to reasons which may already be known to us. Black market. In the United States, more than 3 million middle and high school students have been reported to be current users of e-cigarettes as of 2015, 81% of which cited the availability of appealing flavors as the primary reason for their use.
So, should we really consider this new invention a boon or a boon?
Here are the pros and cons of e-cigarettes according to medchannel.org.
While e-cigarettes contains nicotine, they do not have tobacco, tar, or other toxic chemicals that are found in cigarette smoke. These chemicals are the harmful ingredients that contributes to cancer, heart, and lung problems.
This comes with various strengths of nicotine. Some e-cigarettes even contain no nicotine, only flavor. This is more cost-effective than regular cigarettes. Once a starter kit, which includes the battery, charger, etc., is purchased.
Furthermore, they do not emit secondhand smoke and do not produce ashes or bad odor. Thus, e-cigarettes can be used in places where traditional cigarettes aren't allowed, such as office buildings, bars, and restaurants. E-cigarettes also produce no secondhand smoke at home, which makes the air safer for children and other inhabitants to breathe.
Lastly, some e-cigarettes users report feeling healthier than traditional smokers do, noting that they have much more energy and they can easily breathe. Studies also showed that e-cigarettes has been a key factor in the huge decline of cigarette smokers globally.
On the other hand, no long-term studies have been done on the potential health risks of e-cigarettes. Since the devices are fairly new to the market, users may be unknowingly putting themselves in danger of long-term side effects and health issues from the chemicals in the vapor and their effects in their lungs.
Nicotine is addictive, and e-cigarette users, primarily teens and children, may starting down to take the business for a lifetime addiction of the substance itself.
With no federal restrictions on the sale or marketing of e-cigarettes among children, youngsters and teens who may not have purchased the traditional cigarettes can otherwise use e-cigs as an entry point to smoking. In connection to this, health and legal officials are pressuring the FDA to act swiftly in issuing guidelines regarding e-cigarette use, particularly in relation to children and teens.
Potential exists for dual use. Some experts fear that smokers will end up increasing their habits by using e-cigarettes in public places where smoking isn't allowed or whenever they can. If this were the case, smokers would have a less of an incentive to quit or cut back on their cigarettes use.
So despite being ubiquitous, what we know about the long-term side effects of e-cigarettes is still insufficient. Until now, researchers are still weighing out their stand on this innovation and whether it has become a major breakthrough or a setback in modern technology. So far, it has indeed lessened the number of cigarette smokers. But we must not shun ourselves from the possibility that it may still be dangerous to our health. While there is still no final decision on its safety, it might be best if we could just avoid using e-cigarettes, because there's nothing bad about it right now, but there might be in the future.